בסדר גמור, מה שלומך? בסדר. The President and I spoke in the last few days to key world leaders, from President Obama to the leaders of many of the important nations of the world. I think they all understand this impossible predicament of having millions of our citizens living under terrorist rocket fire. And they all expressed understanding for Israel's right and indeed Israel's duty to defend its citizens, which is what we're doing. There is one basic difference between us and our enemies. They deliberately target civilians and deliberately hide behind civilians, and we do everything in our power to minimize civilian casualties while we exercise our legitimate right of self-defense. I think this is the most important moral distinction, and I'm glad to see that most of the governments of the world don't fall into the false symmetry of equating the terrorist aggressors with their civilian victims. And of course, Israel will continue to exercise this prudence and self-restraint while defending our citizens against terrorism.
I think this is not a typical war, but an attempt to introduce justice. We are very attentive to what the people are saying abroad as well, to their leaders and other countries. We care very much. And if you want really to have a dialogue with the Israelis, one must answer two questions. A, why are they shooting at us? We left Gaza completely. Gaza is open. And recently, the government did everything to facilitate life in Gaza. Why are they shooting? And the second question one must answer is how to stop it. You cannot tell us it's nice or not nice. We don't like either to exchange fire. But what can and should be done to enable millions of mothers to have a night's sleep, something which is elementary, that the children can go to school without any dangers of being really bombed and killed? One must answer those two questions. And I think the government and the Prime Minister heading it, and that campaign to return normalcy to our life, to care that no civilian will be hit in Gaza. I regret, all of us regret if there are any civilian that lost his life. So it's not because of us, but because of them taking civilian life as a shelter for their shooting. But you have to provide us with an answer. What to do? What would you do? And then again, we are trying to be clear on our purpose. We are not to conquer, we are not trying to win wars. We are trying to return normal life and justice to all people on our side and their side. And I hope it won't take a moment more than it's necessary. And I know that the army is really trying to do their very best, that only the responsible people who are shooting will be punished and nobody else. We don't want to occupy Gaza. We are not going to win territories. We are going to answer the request of our people to sleep like any normal mother, to have our children secure like any other child in the world. And I want to tell you, if you really want to help, try to convince them to stop shooting. You don't have to convince us. We never started. We were never the first. Tell them what are they doing? What for? What do they want to achieve? Why are they making their people suffer? Not only our people being in danger. Israel is looking for justice more than for anything else. We are looking for peace, not for war. Our greatest victory will be peace. We are not trigger happy. We are responsible people, and we regret that unfortunately, and against our will, we found ourselves in such an impossible position. We appreciate many of you, your leaders and journalists, who understand the situation and support us. I think supporting us is supporting peace. Supporting peace is supporting us. And the minute we shall achieve it, it will be over.